Kai Jackson is also on the line right now. So okay. I beg your pardon, he's live. That's okay. Kai right there.
Okay, great.
Kai, can you hear me? It's Dave Lucas in...
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah. Yeah, hi Dave, how are you?
I'm doing fine. I'm glad we've established this link. Tell us where you are right now and what you're seeing. Jennifer was just telling us that we think that they've actually now gotten the suspect either in a emergency vehicle and evacuated him. That seems to be what she's learning. What are you hearing there?
Yeah, I'm hearing the same thing, and I actually saw her making that report. So where we are essentially in Baltimore, where Television Hill is located, is essentially what's known as North Baltimore. And we're at Druid Park Drive and 41st Street, if those who are familiar with this area. So right now, police are conducting that search. We had 3 units out here, by the way. We had the Baltimore City Bomb Squad out here. We had the SWAT team out here, and we also had the arson division out here as well, because those agencies had to coordinate to kind of determine what was going on, Dave. So if you can see where the station is right here, we're back somewhat, but most of the activity is happening just over the hill. And I'm not sure if Luke, can you pan in to see the very top of the vehicle? Because there is the bomb squad vehicle, the tactical unit, is sitting right there in our parking lot, Dave. And they are sweeping that building, as Jennifer mentioned, right now to make sure that all is clear. But I suspect, having been on situations like this, it's going to be some time before the employees are actually allowed back into the building. Chief Meteorologist Fetus Reed actually was at a position over here on this riser to see this activity happening when police took this suspect down. You're talking to Dave Lucas with our sister station News Channel 8.
Right.
Just tell Dave exactly what you saw.
Okay, well, coming in, a lot of people, they told everybody to move to the other side of the street. So everybody was evacuating the building. And as we did so, we went to the other side of the road, and I could see the man standing in our lobby from across the street. He had on a panda suit, and basically you could see his jacket was open, and under his jacket he had like a red vest, an orange red vest. So the police then start saying, go back, move back further. So we got to a vantage point where we're at a distance, but where we could still kind of see him. But a lot of people had to move back.
Right.
One of the photographers, Jed Gamber, and I kind of stayed a little bit closer up on this riser where we could actually see what was going on. The SWAT team started to move in, and actually Jed right here, he actually had one of the best vantage points of when the guy moved across the street.
Right.
But unexpectedly, we didn't know how long he was going to be in the building. He started to make his way out. He started to cross the street.
Right.
And
that's at the time we heard these loud sounds.
Well, right before that,
right.
I saw him. I said, oh, my God, he's coming out. He's coming out. And all the photographers out here, they start looking at him.
And by the way, as you tell your story, let's bring in our colleague Jennifer Gilbert. Jennifer, come on in here, please.
I moved in a little closer where I could probably get a better vantage point because I was doing Facebook mentions at the time.
Sure.
And so I saw him start walking across the street, and the SWAT team flanked him and said, get down, freeze, don't move, get down. And he kept moving slowly across the street, and there was other officers across the street that I think had their sights set on him. I think that's where he got shot from. Then I heard a pow, 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 and then he went down right in the street.
Those were the tactical officers shooting the suspect at that time, and he dropped in the middle of the street.
Right in the street.
He walked in, opened up his hedgehog outfit that he had on, and he pretty much said he had a bomb.
Tonight, a story that hits close to home. A man armed with a fake bomb threatens our station. Hear firsthand what happened from our Fox 45 family.
I would say that I've never been in a situation where we've had to evacuate the building because of a threat.
Fox 45 News at 10 starts now.
Hello, I'm Kai Jackson.
And I'm Jennifer Gilbert. We are live outside of our studios here at Fox 45 tonight on what has been an extraordinary day for us.
An unprecedented day of news for us here today, Jennifer. A man comes into our building with what he says is a bomb strapped to his body this afternoon. It forced the evacuation of our entire building and then led to a 4-hour standoff here at Fox 45.
Well, new tonight, we are about to show you the video surveillance from our own cameras here at Fox 45.
Yeah, let's look at that. In the right-hand corner of our surveillance video, you can see the suspect in a car in our parking lot. He eventually got out of the vehicle and stuffed a rag into the gas tank and set it on fire.
The camera in our front vestibule then picks up images of the man dressed in an animal costume entering the front door. He rips open the front of his costume to expose what he said was a bomb strapped to his body.
He raises his hand to show a flash drive that he demands be broadcast. He then displays something that looked like it might be a detonator. After speaking with two workmen, he turned to our security guard, who's behind the glass window in the lobby. Our guard refused to let him inside the building, and at one point, the suspect tried but failed to open the door to the lobby.
Then you can see producer Chris Baronato running through the front door to report the car fire in the parking lot. The two workmen take that opportunity to leave the vestibule with Chris, who glances back at the man in costume. The man continues to make his demand to the security guard, and the standoff has begun. Well, this bomb scare forced the evacuation of our entire television station early this afternoon. There are many heroic stories of our fellow employees who helped get each other out. Our Kathleen Cairns was sitting at her desk when all of this went down.
That's right. Kathleen is really just across the street from us right now and is going to give us more details in terms of what she and her photographer saw and heard. Kathleen.
The suspect entered through the front doors right over there, demanding to get inside. The newsroom and my desk is directly next door. That's when the security guard came in and told all of us to get out, and employees at Fox 45 escaped through the side doors.
We've moved people out of the sales door and people into the back parking lot.
Fox 45 employees on red alert.
Well, they want us to vacate the area, but we got all these people here.
Workers evacuate the building.
I didn't grab anything but my cell phone. I'm wearing Kai's jacket right now.
There's a small gas tank fire, but it's what's in the building's vestibule which causes even more alarm.
He walked in, ripped open his shirt, buttons went everywhere, and he just said, you know, I don't want to hurt anybody, but I need to broadcast this. I have a bomb strapped to my chest. If we don't broadcast what's on the thumb drive, you know, I'm going to blow the place up.
The suspect is wearing a surgical mask, a panda costume, and a red vest.
Half his hand was like a trigger mechanism of some kind. It's probably best if everybody moves further. I think we're trying to clear the entire block as much as possible.
Police move in. SWAT teams are put in place.
Here I'm looking down the 41st Street Bridge. There is no traffic.
Heavily armed officers surround the building and take strategic positions.
There's cops everywhere.
Everybody got to move back to Joe Park Drive.
While we try to continue our jobs, this time reporting about news at our own address.
Kathleen, right now I'm trying to update the web with some details. Details are very scarce.
It's then a waiting game. The suspect repeating his demands.
Just wanted to say that the government's wrong in thinking about the way they do when it comes to anything in space.
Until the suspect finally decides to leave, and that's when police make their move. The suspect is wounded, but with his hands still near the device, police use a mobile robot to methodically remove evidence, including his clothing. Police finally move in and are able to move the suspect to a nearby SWAT vehicle, where he's then transported to a hospital. Detectives then discover the bomb was bogus.
Flotation device attached to his red flotation device were candy bars that were taken out of their wrappers, and they were tied together with strings to each other.
As news spreads,
candy bars. Really? Candy bars.
Fake bomb or not, the scare has had a traumatizing effect on city residents.
This world is so wicked this day and time. Like, honestly, I could not stop shaking.
We are back live. The suspect tonight is in serious but stable condition. 41st Street right here was closed for about 7 hours because of this ordeal. It reopened about an hour ago. Live in Woodbury, in Baltimore, Kathleen Cairns, Fox 45 News.
I've never seen anything like this in my life.
From a shower,
My yard is getting soaked.
to a mini monsoon. Right in front of Mr. Tyrone's house.
Boom. Made me think I was in Vietnam. I hit the deck. I didn't know what was going on.
It's on Woodcliff Avenue, but today it's
Woodcliff Showers?
Woodcliff Water Slide.
or Woodcliff Water Park.
Okay.
Like Niagara Falls, but opposite way. It's ridiculous right now.
The water force, so strong it blasts asphalt into the air.
10, 20, 30, 35 feet. 40, 50 feet.
It looks like it's at least 50 feet up in the air.
Cars are forced to turn around and Johnny Cake Road becomes part river. As the curious get closer, neighbors wait.
I called in at 4:45.
I mean, this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
And then wait some more.
I hope they come fix it sometime soon.
The spout creates a rainbow on Mr. Tyrone's lawn. And then, like leprechauns, work crews finally arrive. And after a few twists, it turns to a trickle. While repairs may take a while,
Right now is no water.
there's relief that the geyser is gone.
Thank you.
In Catonsville, Kathleen Cairns, Fox 45 News.
It's great sitting on the balcony with a cup of coffee in the morning and listening to the trickling stream.
On Saturday, the sound from the creek sent fear, not solitude, through the souls of so many who live here in Ellicott City.
This was our little garden that we had, so this has pretty much been destroyed. It's now a giant trench.
That's minor.
My husband looked outside and saw the side of her house missing.
Compared to the damage done to Kate St. John's house.
See like the kind of chunk of foundation? That's what we found down there.
Everywhere you turn, there is a home that's been damaged.
Lost a lot of stuff too. It's sad.
Homeowners still in shock
It's-
as they attempt to pick up the pieces.
A lot of damage.
To hug friends that were stuck in their apartment and to feel them shaking and to see like the look of terror and shock and trauma on their face.
Michelle Bickley knows the pain. She moved from Main Street following the floods of 2011. Now she's back to help.
The humanity that comes out of a tragedy like this is unbelievable.
Strangers making special deliveries to neighbors in need.
We're good.
Okay, thanks. It's hard to sit on your hands and not do anything to help, so anytime there's an opportunity, we want to do anything we can.
An outpouring of support.
Peace, love, hope, and joy.
4 words paving the way to this town's road to recovery.
It's okay, and it will be okay.
A non-stop line of strangers here to deliver tributes for Deputy Patrick Daly and Deputy Mark Logston.
I met with their families on yesterday along with the sheriff.
Chaplain Raleigh looks at what's being left on top of the police car outside the precinct.
It's policeman prayer.
He knew both officers.
Very sorry for your loss. Thank you, sir.
Daly had been with the department 30 years, Logston for 16.
We lost 2 good men, and their family lost 2 good men.
Some deliver their tributes in silence. A constant stream of mourners, the constant pain of heavy hearts.
He's too little to understand, thank God.
Deputies who were also dads. Together, they leave behind 5 children.
And children losing parents and all, it means a lot to show the support. All lives matter.
They had served the county and country, Daly in the Marines.
We are all one.
Logston in the Army.
This is a loss for all of America, not just Harford County.
Today they honor 2 Harford County deputies who carried many titles and now have hero added to the list.
I salute them.
Kathleen Cairns reporting.
I'm seeing people on their way to whatever they have to do today. But I also see an honorable thing.
If the weekend is a time to rest,
Just make sure there's enough coverage in front of the engine.
crowds work to fill highway overpasses
My heart will be right down there, too.
to honor a deputy on his way to be laid to rest.
Yeah, definitely a big crowd.
They brought their condolences,
The guy gave the ultimate sacrifice to save everybody.
their respects,
To even make the greatest sacrifice of their life to keep me and the society safe.
their flags.
They look out for each other. They respect each other. They love each other.
For more than an hour, the interstates connecting Bel Air to Baltimore served as a soundtrack of sirens.
No one knows what it's like to have a job like that unless you do it.
Vehicles carried friends and family of Deputy First Class Mark Logston, along with hundreds of first responders, his extended family, on the way to his final resting place.
All these people are here to honor a hero.
It's been a cold week since Harford County lost 2 heroes. But on this sunny day,
And to have 2 go down at one time and to find out the kind of men they were, you can't help but be proud of them.
those who wear the badge pass under a very warm reception. In Baltimore County, Adam Yosem, Fox 45 News.
Welcome to the sounds of Baltimore City.
It seems like chaos. I mean, you have to wonder who's in charge.
Only these sounds.
I got a machine coming.
The unwelcome variety. Open pavement on Cathedral Street, south of Walters Art Museum.
Apparently now there's a sinkhole.
A water main break.
Back around the Park Avenue.
Traffic redirected on Center Street. Frustrating?
Hell yeah, man. It's always frustrating.
Yeah, Center Street. Ring a bell?
On the other side of our block, another sinkhole.
East-west traffic on Center. Blocked since sewer lines burst back in April.
It's just ridiculous. Like, the people who live around here haven't seen what normal looks like for like 3 months.
Summer sounds joined by summer smells. Crews on Center replacing a sewer line 36 feet underground. For now, sewage flows above ground.
On a nice hot summer day, no one wants to walk next to that smell.
Especially during summer, you know, temperatures get high, tensions get high.
Center, Cathedral, Hamilton, Ploy, near the heart of Mount Vernon, all shut down.
We live in a very historic neighborhood with infrastructure that's 125 plus years old.
Add another water main break to the mix. Businesses have already been hit where it hurts.
We've lost about $30,000 in business since April 23rd.
City officials hope Center Street, meanwhile, will be reopened by the end of July.
No, I don't believe it. Probably gonna be October, maybe.
As the calendar turns from June, the city's word is all people here have.
It is, but at the same time, there's not much we can do. We're pretty much helpless.
In Mount Vernon, Paul Gessler, Fox 45 News.
We are here visiting Fort McHenry on a beautiful September day.
Just having an adventure day on a beautiful post-Hurricane Hermine gorgeous day.
It's beautiful. Amazing place, actually. It's powerful. It's more powerful than I thought it was going to be.
I love our flag. I respect it.
It just represents the country and freedom and everything that you fight for.
It stirs me. I am touched by seeing the banner.
I was actually in the Marine Corps.
I'm a Vietnam vet.
Yeah, I mean, it has, even more meaning to you when you actually have served.
If you've ever been outside the United States, especially in military service, when you come home and see it, you understand what it means. The one thing that you see that brings it all home. I've buried a lot of veterans and ceremonies, and you cover them until the end. It's just like an encasement of freedom. Like I said, it's just a piece of cloth, but it sure represents a lot.
I want to put my hand over my heart because I love our country. It kind of upsets me when other people don't do that.
Appreciation for the flag is deteriorating, but there are a few around that hold the standards.
I think as you grow older, you have a greater appreciation of it.
It's our patriotic symbol.
I think what it means to me is more about freedom and liberty.
Pride and, loyalty.
Freedom. Freedom of speech. Freedom of everything that we have here in this country.
If there's one word, it'd be independence.
Love of country.
Freedom?
Freedom.
Patriotism.
Be free. Pursuit of happiness. Oh, sorry. Phrase.
Yeah, freedom.
We probably embrace it more than a lot of nations do, I think, as a symbol of freedom. It's clearly the greatest ever.
There are few things more refreshing on a hot summer day.
There's dogs in the water and they're having a great time.
Few things more relaxing.
It's like we're given the permission to go down into public land and play in the river.
Saturday afternoon, under the Frederick Road Bridge in Ellicott City.
Well, we saw it last year. We didn't know what it was. We just thought people randomly did it.
There are few things seemingly more random.
What's he making? He's making a rock sculpture just like us. His is just a lot bigger.
Rock sculptures.
Rock building.
Of all sizes.
I think that would be a good spot for it. What do you think? Good.
From all ages.
What could you be doing on a Saturday better than this? Just standing in a creek, building rock sculptures out of nature, families everywhere.
The Patapsco River is packed with mothers like Sarah Clark.
Whoa!
And daughters.
Well, I'm trying not to cry, so it's
like Jenna Betts.
It's nice. I feel like he's here.
He is Teddy Betts. They called him Mr. Patapsco. He loved it here.
He took us for hikes our entire childhood, but then one day he just bought a kayak and I never saw him again.
Jenna jokes, but Teddy was out here all the time. Rock sculptures were his way of unwinding.
I think about him all the time and I smile.
It was therapeutic for him, and he got other people doing it, and it got them to help him do river cleanup. So I hope that this is what he'd like to see his tradition carried on.
Teddy died in 2010. His heart gave out. Jenna, his youngest of 3 daughters, the chaos in the water surrounding her serves as proof her father's love of this river is infectious.
It makes me feel even more special because I don't know anyone else who has something like this done in memory of their father.
Permanent rock sculptures overlook the Patapsco in a garden honoring Teddy. But down below,
A lot of them are having like their own little, coming to life in their own little way.
the more than 200 people finished the temporary creations.
That's it.
Art is not always about something lasting forever. It's the moment and the creation of it.
If only Mr. Patapsco could see it now.
He never got the chance to see how the phenomenon caught on.
In Ellicott City, Paul Gessler, Fox 45 News.
It's a quiet morning here in Halethorpe.
A lot of people are just getting home from work.
By 8:30, the peacefulness ends.
I heard all these sirens going off. They were coming.
And then all these police cars started flying. I thought there was a high-speed chase.
There are now armed officers canvassing the area.
It's a scary situation, it really is.
Homeowners are warned to stay inside.
If I go through the pathway here, I'm in the danger zone. Where my niece is.
Word of what's happening here has spread among neighbors. We're now watching what will happen next.
It's supposed to be a hostage situation. Man shot his girlfriend and locked himself in the house.
Now it's a barricade situation. As tactical teams move into position, the suspect appears. Moments later, he runs from the front door and grabs something off the ground. This is the last time we see him. Shots shatter windows as efforts to resume negotiations continue. It's at this point police make their move, entering the home, still cautious of what they might encounter. Upon entering the house, officers find there's no longer a threat.
And to be in your backyard, it's, like I said, it's really scary.
I'm relieved that it's over.
A murder-suicide involving a suspect who shot himself after shooting his girlfriend. As the suspect's body is removed from the crime scene here, police remain inside the house, still trying to gather evidence to better understand what has unfolded here. In Halethorpe, Joy LaPola, Fox 45 News.
3 major elections. Each will reshape the city of Baltimore, the state of Maryland, and the nation. The race to the White House.
This is it, folks.
Let's make history.
Maryland's open Senate seat and a race for Baltimore mayor. Complete coverage with teams across the state and results as they happen. Vote 2016 special coverage starts right now on Fox 45 News at 10.
Good evening. I'm Jennifer Gilbert.
And I'm Kai Jackson. It's been a long and at times difficult campaign, but today
You, the voters, have made your voice heard.
We have live team coverage of all the races in Baltimore and across Maryland. Keith Daniels live at the Democratic headquarters in Baltimore City. John Rydell will join us live from the Van Hollen headquarters in Silver Spring.
Jeff Abel will join us from the Kathy Shalega base. That's at the Marriott in Linthicum. And Shelley Orman is covering the problems that we've seen today with voting. In the race for the U.S. Senate, here are some of those numbers coming in. Let's take a look. Chris Van Hollen has been declared the winner. He will be the next United States Senator in the state of Maryland as Barbara Mikulski retires later this year. Kathy Shalega came in at 33%. Van Hollen came in at 65%.
And we continue to take a look at the numbers. Now going over to Maryland's 1st congressional district. Republican Andy Harris, the incumbent there, with a solid lead over Democratic challenger Joe Werner. And welcome back to our Vote 2016 coverage on this historic election night as we continue to watch the results come in, taking a look at the latest in the race for president. There you see the map with a combination of red and blue, but the key are what states are which colors at this point. And at this point, we have the electoral map shaping up with Donald Trump getting 150 electoral votes, Hillary Clinton at 109.
Hey, John, how's it going?
We all have friends who we confide in. For Roland Miller, that friend is John.
Oh, it's going good. How are you, buddy? Pretty good.
Roland's wife, Donna, often overhears the chatter.
They can talk about everything and anything.
Yeah, and it's hot as hell up there?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's like they have been best buds forever.
He's my friend. We're regular buddies. That's it.
But that's not it.
The longer I'm standing here, the more very specific memories I have.
April 16th, 1976. It's Good Friday.
The bloodiest day in the history of the city police department.
History that still haunts Roland.
And we walked into a killing field.
Down, baby, get down. Baltimore police officers pinned down as shots ricochet around them.
Oh, we were scared of dying.
10-22 to 5.
Joe Key responded to the scene.
The cops on the radio yelling, get us some help down here. Send us a gun down here. Send us ammunition down here. We need a counter sniper here.
As soon as my mom and dad leaves, I'm gonna pursuit to the 3rd floor, open up the window, and just start firing.
That's what he said when he called homicide. He was going to kill police.
One shot fatally strikes Officer Jimmy Halcomb in the neck. 5 other officers are injured, and Roland is one of them.
It was just so much craziness.
I'm not going to stop shooting until somebody kills me.
A death wish that seems to fade with each shot fired.
If he wanted to die, he could have stood at the window, and believe me, there were a bunch of people there that would have given him his wish.
If I could have got a good, clean shot, I'd have killed him in a second.
Instead, the shooter surrenders. It's only then officers learn the identity of the gunman.
This call is from
John Williams.
an inmate at a Maryland Correctional Facility.
So you okay on your end?
Yeah, I'm good, John. I'm good.
John Williams, as in John Earl Williams, the sniper. Remember the one who shot Roland 40 years ago? A gun battle that dominated headlines.
The news was all over it. Cops shot, cops killed.
And resulted in John Williams receiving a prison sentence of life plus 60 years.
I mean, the past is the past for us. We've kind of moved forward in our relationship.
A former Baltimore police officer, not only befriending the man who shot him, but also fighting for his release.
Downtown this morning, dozens came to the historic Grand for a grand salute to the champions.
It's worth it to me to sacrifice and to bleed and to be willing to die for something.
Former pro football star Aaron Mabin was one of 4 people honored as this year's Champions of Courage, Fox 45's annual award honoring positive role models who help keep Dr. Martin Luther King's dream of equality alive. Aaron Mabin now uses art to inspire children.
It's important for me to use my position and my platform to speak to those next future leaders.
Arthur Squeaky Kirk spent thousands of his own dollars to ensure children have a safe place to play.